Okay. So what I discussed in the last class, can anyone tell me? It's yesterday, I think.
We discussed about NLP, sir.
Okay. Then let's have a quick discussion. Okay. Darshan, what is natural language processing?
Natural language processing is the tool which is used to interact with the computer.
Mm-hmm.
There
What
are
are the various? Uh-huh.
uh,
Yes.
there are different tools which we use in like tokenization, lemmatization, part of speech,
Mm-hmm.
which is used to make understand the computer the human language. Which this NLP is used in the sentiment analysis and
Mm-hmm.
as well as various other projects. And it is used. It handles the text pre-processing, um, spell checking, feature engineering, modeling, and deployment.
Okay.
In text
Mon-
pre-processing, though,
Okay. 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 Good. Maniha Fatima, please unmute yourself and tell me what is regularization. Yes. What is regularization?
So actually, I was absent for yesterday's class.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Then Shonu, can you tell me what is regularization? Shonu, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. What is regularization?
Uh, in NLP,
In machine learning.
yes, sir.
Hmm.
It is a technique in which we used in machine learning and deep learning to prevent overfitting.
Okay. What
Yes,
is
sir.
overfitting and what is underfitting? We'll discuss it today. So, you know
Yes,
what
sir.
is overfitting, what is underfitting?
Me, sir.
overfitting is
Yeah.
which model perform well with the training
Darshan,
data
no,
set,
no,
but
not that. Darshan, this is discussion. It's good that you understood, but let other people to answer. Nagapurna Yashashvi, please unmute yourself. And now my question to you is, uh, what is clustering? Nagapurna Yashashvi, what is clustering?
Sir, yeah.
What is clustering?
So clustering is a technique where group of similar
Hmm.
points are grouped together.
Okay. What
And
is
various techniques are
association?
there.
Okay, what is association? Sagnik, tell me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is association
In NLP.
in
Hello,
machine learning?
sir. Actually, I forgot, sir. Actually, yeah. Association.
Okay. What is association? Sunil Kumar. Who can tell me what is association?
Sir,
I hope
May I,
this.
sir?
association.
May I, sir?
Okay, okay.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Association is refers to discovering relationship or pattern between variables in large data set.
Sangeeta, tell me what is dimensionality reduction?
Sir, can I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, sir. Suppose we are using a three-dimensional spacing means it is not able to use a machine learning algorithm. So we can reduce that dimension into 3D into 2D using by like image also we can reduce the pixels. Like this we are using a dimensional reduction, sir.
Okay. Okay. Let's let me ask Koteshwar Rao Podilapu if I'm audible. You and Asrit. You two should be unmuted. And the next question will be,
Sir,
what is, yes, yes. What are the various types of clustering algorithm?
various
Means,
types of clustering algorithm are hierarchical clustering, DB scan. We have dimensional based on density, and we have k-means clustering. Standard is clear k-means, everybody know. And yesterday we have discussed about density based, and we also discussed about hierarchical.
what is density based clustering and what is hierarchical clustering?
Hierarchical
Not you,
clustering.
not you,
Uh,
not you.
okay, sir.
Koteswara, Koteswara Rao. No. Then Ashret tell me. Ashret, go ahead. What is the difference and what is hierarchical clustering and density based clustering?
Sir, I'm not sure about hierarchical, but I know how it looks. Hierarchical clustering, whatever I know is it's like a tree, like clusters, which based on parental child type relation clusters. That's the little I know. I am not sure about proper technical analysis, technical of hierarchical, but density is density based clustering is basically more the density that. Keeps clusters, sir. Higher density clusters one, lower density clusters other. In that based clusters are defined. So and
Mhm.
again we shouldn't give how many clusters we want to give. Like in k-means we will before only we will decide the number of clusters, but in density based we will not decide like that.
Okay. Hierarchical clustering also, it is a type that used to group data into cluster based on their similarities. Okay. Means
Acha. Yes, sir. But
like
uh,
your partition based clustering, when we are talking about like k-means clustering,
mm,
hierarchical clustering builds a hierarchy, means your tree like structure that you told
exactly.
me
Yes, sir.
of clusters, that's called as the dendrogram. Okay.
Yeah, dendrogram. Yes, sir.
What the term
Now I remember.
dendrogram? Yes. Now, how it works? That means there are different approaches you can implement it, but that may be agglomerative, means a bottom-up approach, means start with the data point or as its own cluster, then iteratively merge the closest cluster until all points belong to a single cluster or a predefined number of clusters is you got. Okay. Then there is agglomerative, then there is divisive. Okay, divisive means top down. This is bottom up, that is top down. Means start with all data points in a single cluster, then go and split cluster into smaller ones until each point forms its own cluster or the desired number of cluster is achieved. Do that until that point. Then what are the various steps to perform agglomerative? Then I told you, right, there is agglomerative means bottom up, and the second one is divisive, that is top down approach. Means agglomerative clustering, what is that? First, first compute the distance matrix. Means first calculate the pairwise distances between all points using a matrix like your Euclidean distance, Manhattan distance, or your cosine distance. When today we'll discuss about K-means clustering, you can get what is Manhattan, what is Euclidean distance. I'll tell after in that time. Okay. Then, if we'll talk about the mods closest cluster, then it is means the second thing when we are talking about agglomerative hierarchical clustering. The first thing is compute the distance matrix. Then the second one is mod the closest cluster. Means find the two cluster with the smallest distance and merge them into a single cluster. Then the third thing is update the distance metric. After merge the closest cluster, you can update the distance metrics like calculate the distance between the new cluster and all other clusters also. And repeat these steps until you complete all the cluster. Means merge this cluster until there is one cluster or a specified number of clusters you got. Okay. Then there is one method in hierarchical clustering that is called linkage method. There is single linkage, average linkage, words linkage, centroid linkage, everything is there. So just giving a quick overview, single linkage means the what is that actually? Yes, the distance between two clusters is the shortest distance between any 2 points in the cluster. Then complete linkage means distance between two clusters is the longest distance between any 2 points in the cluster. Then average linkage means distance between the two clusters is average distance between all points in the cluster. Then there is centroid linkage. What's linkage? Other centroid linkage means distance between two clusters is the distance between their centroids only. Then what's is what that minimizes the variance within the cluster during merging. Then when we are talking about dendrogram, it is a tree-like structure that we have discussed before that shows the sequence of mergers or splits in hierarchical clustering. Means the height of a branch, and the cutting of dendrogram means height of a branch in dendrogram represents the distance at which clusters are merged, and cutting of dendrogram determines what the total number of cluster. Okay, and there are various disadvantages and advantages in hierarchical clustering also, because hierarchical clustering is interpretable. It is so interpretable results means the dendrogram provide a visual representation of clustering process as it is most useful one for you. Then no need to predefine the number of cluster means when you are in k-means clustering, you all are listening to me and I'm clear to all of you, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, all I'm asking.
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
of you,
sir.
are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are there, sir.
Okay. Then there are various advantages. Means in K means clustering, we have predefined the number of K value, right? Yes,
Yes, sir.
you have predefined the number of cluster in K means clustering, but in hierarchy clustering means it doesn't require specifying the number of cluster in advance. Okay. Then what there are some various disadvantages of hierarchy clustering. So that we are nowadays hierarchy clustering is means we are not using that efficiently. Okay, the disadvantages are computationally complex, means the distance metric calculation make it less efficient for large amount of data sets. Then it is sensitive to noise and outlier that previously I've discussed. Then means it can significantly affect the clustering process. Then it is non-scalable, means the best suited for a small to medium sized data set. Okay, then how will implement, if you will talk about, then first import the libraries like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, then SciPy from SciPy.cluster. You import the what dendrogram linkage, then import make blobs as well. Okay, there is and import from SQL under data sets, then generate the synthetic data, then perform the hierarchical clustering like linked, then linkage x method is equal to what, just giving you an example. Then how to plot the dendrogram, as you all know, to plot a figure it's plt dot figure, then fixed size you need to mention according to the height and width, then means x and y axis. Then dendrogram lichen orientation you can give it as top or down, then distance or it's ascending order or descending order you have to mention. Then your title x level y level comes into picture. In title you need to give the dendrogram x level data points, then y level Euclidean distance, then pld.display or pld.show you can visualize your dendrogram easily. Then if you talk about the agglomerative clustering, then there is you need to mention the from sklearn.cluster import agglomerative clustering. Then you can work on that the same way. Okay. So there are various applications of what hierarchical clustering like grouping genes or proteins with similar functionalities. Then document clustering means grouping similar documents or articles. Then customer segmentation, also you are using hierarchical clustering, that is grouping customers based on purchasing behavior or something like that. Then in image segmentation also. This is your third project. What's your third project? May I know the name of your third project? What is that? Am I
Recommendation
audible?
system.
Yes, sir.
Recommendation.
Yes, sir.
I supposed to give you, okay, it's recommendation system. It's quite good, but one project called image captioning and segmentation. This project I supposed to give that. Okay, let it be. Other time we can discuss that. Okay. Means image captioning project you might be heard about, but use stop words, NLTK, your lemmatization technique in that captioning part. Then go for it at the same time. It will caption the image, and at the same time by it can detect the image of means, detect the object in terms of segmentation, detect the L space, everything. So we should implement it. Okay, will it be? It's not added in a project. Okay, fine. So then means hierarchical clustering particularly useful when interpretability and visual representations are critical. So that you are using your hierarchical clusters. Now, without today we'll discuss about the K-means clustering. In the meantime, what I have discussed in the last class, let me revise that. Okay. Model evaluation up to this we have discussed, right? Then now we'll discuss underfitting and overfitting. So, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is overfitting? What is underfitting? And what how to diagnose means diagnose the with a means with overfitting, how to diagnose, I'll overcome from overfitting and underfitting, how to address overfitting, how to address underfitting, means how to visualize overfitting and underfitting. Then all these terms because overfitting occurs when a model learns the training data too well and fails to generalize. मीन्स ट्रेनिंग डाटा में ये अच्छा परफॉर्म करेगा बट इन व्हेन इट कम्स टू टेस्टिंग एंड जनरलाइजेशन it fails. Underfitting happens when a model too simple to capture the underlying patterns in the data, means in training data. Yes, yes, I'm audible. Means
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
You are audible.
yeah. Overfitting happens when a model learns the noise or irrelevant details in the training data instead of capturing the underlying pattern. And this leads to excellent performance in training data but poor generalization in new data. Then what are the various characteristics of overfitting if we'll talk about? Then training accuracy is very high, then but validation or test accuracy is low. And the model is too complex, means too many features or parameters will be there that comes under overfitting. And the model captures outliers, noise, and unnecessary patterns also. And what are the various reactions or the causes of overfitting? Too complex model. If you are going for very complex model for a small data set, then inefficient or insufficient training data, means the model learns specific patterns that do not generalize itself. Then if there will be many features or irrelevant or noisy features, increase the risk of overfitting. Means just example, if you will talk about, suppose a decision tree that perfectly classifies the training data by creating a branch for every data point, such a model would struggle with new data because it is overly tailored to the training set. Then what is underfitting in that case? Underfitting, it occurs when a model is too simple to capture the underlying structure of the data, means it fails to learn the patterns, leading to poor performance on both training and validation test. Got it? Underfitting and overfitting.
Yes, sir.
What are the characteristics of underfitting? Then it is perform low accuracy in both training and validation or test data. The model is too simplistic to capture the complexity of the data. What are the various causes? Means how underfitting happens. If you're going for too simple model, means like linear regression for high non-linear data or shallow neural network like this, means these are too simple model. Then inefficient training data, if you're using insufficient training data, means the model training stops before conversions as well. Then insufficient features means the relevant features are not included in the dataset, then it can happen underfitting. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So how to diagnose with overfitting and underfitting? Compare the training and validation error, then learning curves as well. Then how to address overfitting and how to address underfitting. How to address it? There are various methods like simplify the model. First, how to address underfitting? The first thing is you need to simplify the model, means reduce the number of feature or parameters, then use a less complex model, then perform regularization to overcome overfitting. Means add penalties to the loss function to discourage overfitting models. The example is your regularization technique, that is your L1 and L2 regularization, that is lasso regression and Rees regression. Have you ever heard those terms, lasso and Rees regression? L1 and L2? Anyone?
Can you repeat the question, sir?
What is regular when it comes to overfitting and regularization? Have you ever heard the term L1 and L2 regularization?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Lasso
What?
regression L1 or Reed's regression is L2, I think.
Explain me.
Acha. Uh, which one I would explain? Means L1
L1,
or
L1 and L2.
full. Sir, L1 refers to sir, the sum of the absolute values of the coefficient. Effect is
First, tell me what is regularization.
eh?
What is regularization?
What is regularization?
Hmm.
Regularization means in linear regression. I mean, say, sorry. I'm sorry. Regularization in machine learning, right? Regularization is a technique in machine learning which prevents overfitting, which prevents overfitting and improve the generalization performance of the model, right?
Hmm.
Sir, then overfitting occurs when a model learns the training data too well,
Hmm.
including noise and irrelevant details, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
सर गलत बोला कुछ?
Yes, no, go ahead.
अच्छा ठीक है सर और L1 एंड L2 का जो है L1 इज सर इफेक्ट है उसके L1 का इफेक्ट है उसका इनकरेज करता है स्पैसिटी ऑफ द मॉडल.
Okay.
Sorry sir.
Yes, it encourages the sparsity of a model and shrink the coefficient or
Yeah, count the
weight.
coefficient exactly 0.
Then.
Sir L2 regression same is the sum of the squares of the coefficient.
Mm-hmm.
राइट वो इफेक्ट है उसका स्विंग द कोएफिशिएंट टुवर्ड्स जीरो वो है एग्जैक्टली जीरो और ये है टुवर्ड्स मतलब जीरो की तरफ ले जाता है ठीक है व्हिच हैव टू reduce the impact of less important features which doesn't eliminate entirely.
Okay. Means the difference between L1 and L2 means how it affect the weights. In L1 regularization, it shrinks some weights to exactly zero, but in L2 regularization, it shrinks the weights close to zero, but not exactly to zero. Okay. Then we are using L1 regularization in feature selection and L2 regularization in what? Reducing the multicollinearity. Then if we'll talk about the model complexity, then L1 regulation produces sparse model and L2 regulation produces smooth model. Yes?
Yes sir.
Yeah. Then how to what are the various applications of L1 regulation and L2 regulation? Then feature selection, multicollinearity, you got it. Then once regulation is what important when in machine learning, especially when you are dealing with complex data sets and models prone to overfitting. Okay, that's why in these terms the L1 and L2 regulation comes into picture. Got it, everyone?
Yes, sir.
I'm asking to everyone, please. Okay. Then first, then regulation when we can overcome to over 15 regulation technique. Then cross validation technique is there. Means use the techniques like k-fold cross validation to ensure the model generalizes well. What is k-fold cross validation? You know, or should I explain? Anyone?
Explain, sir, once.
Okay. So you know what is validation? What is that? Who is that?
It,
Please.
it is like said to access the some generalized model ability of model
Mhm.
like that.
Okay. Validation means in simple machine learning, if we'll talk about validation, when the trained data test or validate the test data himself, that is called validation. Means validating the data set, validating the model himself. Okay. When the data validate their own data. Okay. Then in cross-fold, k-fold cross-validation, it is a resampling technique only. Means it is we are using this to evaluate the performance of a machine learning model that we have built. Then it provides a means how you can how your model performance compared to a simple trend test split by systematically splitting the dataset into training and validation subsets multiple times. How it works? First, divide the dataset, then iterative training and validation, then compute the average performance. Then there are various advantages and disadvantages so that k-fold is not that level of using when it comes to the creation of model and use that model. The advantages is it is reliable to performance
Sir,
estimation and it is efficient use of data. Then the
hello.
disadvantages are more because yes, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yes, sir.
in cross validation, we have to split the data set, right?
Yeah.
Means how can we split in equal parts or some 80-20 ratio?
No. Equally you have to split. Divide the data set and split equally.
Okay, okay.
Means it's something like k. When it comes to k value,
Yeah.
uh, it's not like that in k-means clustering because yes, the k value should be predefined. You have to define the value of k. After
Yeah.
that, the difference between suppose take the means compare between k-means and k-fold cross validation. In k-means clustering, when we have predefined the value of k, and in that case, the number of data points is not same in every cluster. In k-means clustering, I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to k-fold cross validation, you have to split the dataset equally. Suppose your k value is 3 or 7, something like that. You have to divide it into same 3 parts or 7 parts. Okay?
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Then iteratively training and validate the model, then compute the performance. Means performance computation in accuracy or offense score. So who can tell me what is the accuracy?
Sir, it
What is
is how
accuracy?
nearer the predicted value is to the actual value.
What is
May I say?
yes?
May I say?
What is
It is a basic common matrix that is used to evaluate the performance of a classification model.
Mhm.
Sir, actually, it's
Means
accuracy
we
is
have to
number of
take the true positive value and true negative values.
Okay?
Yeah.
number of
What is
predictions divided by
precision?
total
What
number
is
of predictions.
what?
Sir, accuracy is the number of correct predictions divided by the total number of predictions.
Yes, the actual formula is that. Okay, tell me what is precision and what is recall? When we're talking about accuracy, it's total number means true positive plus true negative upon total number of observations, right?
Yes, sir.
Accuracy. Then what is precision?
So precision is the basically the measure of the positive prediction that are actually correct, and our
Please,
recall is
just hold on, please. Again,
yes, sir.
yes,
What
it is correctly predicted positive
positive
instances
predictions? Yes, sir.
upon the all instances that is predicted positive.
Yes, sir. True
Means
Positively,
positive
your
yes,
plus
sir.
true
false positive.
positive upon true
True
positive plus
positive plus
false
false
positive.
positive. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Then
sir.
what
And
is recall?
recall is
Who
the
I'm
basic
talking with? This is Shonu or Asrit?
Sonu, sir.
Okay, Shonu. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
go ahead.
And basically, recall is the proportion of actual positive instance that are correctly identify the model, by the model. Okay, and it is
Mhm.
its formula is true positive upon true positive plus
Mm.
false negative
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Means it measures the correctly predicted positive value
instance.
out
Yes,
of
sir.
all
Our
actual positive
actual
instances.
positive instance. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, higher recall indicates the model is better at identifying actual positive instance.
Okay. What is F1 score there?
Sir,
Sir,
actually, what
F1
is
score. Yes, sir. F1 score is
What is
basically
F1
2 into precision into recall upon precision plus recall.
plus recall? Okay. Means the what is means what is true positive and true negative? When we're talking about true positive and true negative, what is true positive and what is true negative? Then what is false positive and false negative? Simple, quick. We'll then move. Quick.
Sir, true positive is basically uh, having more what wait means the model what predictive positive classes
Hmm.
and
Who can tell me? Okay, so no stop. Astrid?
yes,
Astrid, can you tell me what
Sir,
is positive, true negative, false negative? What are those?
sir, అంటే to be honest, I know the formulas of that reparation recall F1 score, but to be honest, I exactly don't know what is true positive and true negative, sir.
Okay.
sir? Can I take?
Who can tell me?
So,
Yes. One.
the
True positive means predicted
number
positive means
to predict
suppose just okay. Just
the
stop
number
all of
of
you now.
positive
I'm
predictions.
when you have predicted the value is positive, previously you have predicted the value is positive and you found when it comes to the end validation of testing, you found it actually positive. Predicted prediction was positive and the actual is positive. That is called true positive. What is true negative? When you have predicted previously negative value and you got actually it is negative, you got finally, then it is called true negative. Then what is false positive, false negative? When you have predicted positive but actually you got negative, that is called false positive. What is false negative? Previously you predicted negative but you actually got positive. That is called
False negative.
false negative.
negative.
Got it? Ashrit, got it?
Yes, sir. Now I got it, sir.
Simple. Okay. Suppose take the example means you all got means when it comes to accuracy, it's true positive plus true negative upon total number of observations means true positive plus true negative plus false positive plus false negative. Right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then recall also got you got it. Then uh, means what in accuracy when you means you accuracy you should will use when the data set is balanced and both types of error means false positive and false negative have similar cost. Then precision you can use when false positive are more critical. Recall you can use when the false positive are more critical as well. But F1 score you can use when there is an imbalance in the data set and you need to balance between the precision and recall. Yes, got it?
So
So now we have actually we are discussing about I think your k-fold cross validation, how it works. First divide the data set, then iteratively training and validate the model, then compute the average performance. Okay. Then some various advantages are it is reliable to performance estimation and you can use efficient data. Then efficient data should be there. Then what are the disadvantages if you will talk about? Then it's higher computational cost. Means the model trained k times when means which can be time consuming for large data set or complex model. Then the risk of data leakage is more. Means if pre-processing steps are not done correctly within each fold, it can lead to biased results. Okay. Yes.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
there are some types of k-fold cross validation as well, like your stratified k-fold cross validation. Because listen, guys, when we're explaining the things, you can see that we are in the this slide, but we're explaining the means various things. Okay, it's not possible for me just think like that to prepare everything because I'm not coming here means fully prepared to discuss what I'll discuss. Yes, I have decided to discuss these things, but I cannot because you can see that we are discussing this, but we are now discussing k-fold cross validation. What is hierarchical clustering, agglomerative clustering, your density based clustering, these things. When we are going for one term, if we means I want to discuss the maximum thing that I can because in this whole intensive program, you means in a week you have 2 or 3 classes. In those classes, we cannot complete the whole syllabus. Okay, if we'll talk about the data science machine learning course, it will be means in MTech it's 2 year of course. So how can we complete the 2 years of course in just 2 months? That's why I'm explaining this too faster. Whatever I am getting, just explaining. Instead of we're discussing the terms, right? This is an intensive program, not a regular class. I think you everyone is getting that, right?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes. So then there are some various types of k-fold cross validation, like your stratified, leave one out cross validation, the repeated k-fold cross validation. These are some various techniques. Okay, let's leave that. Then what are the advantages of k-fold cross validation of, and the trend test split? What are the difference? When you're talking about data utilization in trend test split, it uses a part of the data. Means trend test split 80% and 20% or 75% or 25% you are giving it to trend test split. Getting it? What I'm saying? Just visualize in your mind.
Yes, sir.
Then in k-fold cross validation, we uses all data for training and all data for validation. That's the difference. Then when we're talking about performance estimation, in trend test split, it may vary significantly, but in k-fold cross validation, it is more reliable and stable. Then if you talk about computational cost, in trend test split it is quite faster, and in k-fold cross validation, it is slower due to repeated training process. Okay, and we are using it careful cost validation for model selection, hyperparameter tuning, then hyperparameter tuning like grid search with cross validation, and then performance estimation on small sets of data set. We are using k-fold cross validation. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So actually we came here to uh, this due to regularization.
Sir,
Then
we are discussing about solutions of overfitting. From there we have come.
okay, means we are discussing previously.
Oh,
Uh,
solutions of overfitting.
okay, okay, yeah, yeah. Means how overfitting or underfitting we are discussing? Overfitting, I think. When
Overfitting.
it comes to, oh, sorry. Yes, okay, for cross validation, overfitting. When it comes to the means how to solve overfitting, right?
Yes, sir.
The
Yes, sir.
first regularization, then cross validation.
And
Then
data.
we increase the training data. Yes, yes. Then the next thing we can increase the training data to overcome that. Then dropout we may use means dropout in dropout we are using in which type of
Dropping
models?
repeated value or null values.
अरे भाई which type of model we are using dropout in machine learning models we are not using actually. If you
Yes.
means in any regression classification, have you ever used dropout method?
No,
In
sir.
regression classification models, have you ever used dropout?
No, sir.
Dropout is only for neural networks. Okay.
Yes.
When you are working on CNN, LSTM, RNN models, in those cases, we are using dropout. Means randomly deactivate a fraction of neurons during training to reduce the dependency on a specific neuron. Okay? Yes or no?
Okay, sir.
Guys, please tell me. Yeah. Then to prevent overfitting, we are using one method called early stopping. Means monitor the validation loss and then stop training when it is stops improving. Yes, got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then how to address underfitting means how to overcome underfitting. It's all gone for your early stopping, dropout, increased training data, cross validation, regularization, all these things to avoid or to overcome overfitting. We are using this to overcome the underfitting. What are the terms we are what are the methods we are using? You can increase the model complexity first. Means use a more complex model or a deeper neural network model or a higher degree polynomial regression to overcome this underfitting. Then add some feature means include more relevant feature to better capture the data's complexity. Then to reduce the means better to reduce the regularization means lower the regularization strength. It allows the model to fit better to the data. Then increase the training time as well. You can increase. And the next thing, most important, that is hyperparameter tuning. That is optimize parameter like learning rate, depth of the decision tree like this. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Then
Yes,
there are
sir.
some various methods to actually visualize on the overfitting and underfitting. Like in polynomial regression, if we'll talk about, then underfitting is the linear model for quadratic data that is oversimplified, and a good fit is a quadratic model that fits the data perfectly, and overfitting is higher degree polynomial model fits every data point including noise or outlier data. Yes. Means the main difference between the overfitting and underfitting, if we'll talk about, then it's training error and validation error. Then complexity and performance. If these four terms, if we'll take into consideration, then in overfitting the training error will be high or low.
High.
What?
Performance training in overfitting, na, sir.
Hmm.
It is high, sir.
Sorry, performance. No, the training error I talked about. When we are talking about training error is high in overfitting or low?
Sir,
Sir,
low, I
high,
think.
sir.
It's
Low.
low, but in the underfitting it's high.
Underfitting is high.
And the validation error in overfitting is high and underfitting also high. Then the model complexity in overfitting is it is too complex,
Complex.
and
Yes,
the
sir.
model complexity is too simple in underfitting.
Yes, sir.
Then the performance in overfitting is poor, leads to poor generalization, and the performance in underfitting leads to poor training and generalization. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Next thing, sorry, but we will complete this and I don't think we can continue today with the K-means clustering, but wait for the next class, and in the next class, in the next week, because this week we'll have one class for your project purposes. Okay, start working on the.
Sir,
Okay, just hold.
yesterday you told today you will tell about project, sir.
Yes, I'll take on that. I'll tell you. Don't worry. So then, what is hyperparameter tuning that we have discussed? These things, so whatever I have added, those things I have discussed, it involves optimizing the parameters that govern the learning process of a machine learning algorithm, and technique like grid charts, random charts that can be used for hyperparameter tuning. And proper tuning can significantly enhance the model performance and accuracy as well. So I'll provide the PPT today. Then deployment of the model, how will deploy the model once the model trained and evaluated in your means your machine learning model. You need to deploy in a production environment for a real world use. That what how to deploy. The cloud deployment can be of four types: that is public cloud, private cloud, community cloud, or hybrid cloud. You can look into the tools and technologies that we are using in data science machine learning field. So there are various tools and technologies that are available. And means so fast programming language like Python, R, then the libraries like Pandas, NumPy, TensorFlow, Keras, your Matplotlib, PyPlot, this sort of thing. Then your cloud platforms like AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, these are available. Okay. Python, R, SQL, Java, PySpark, TensorFlow, Git, top 5, 7 data science tools that you should understand. Then real world applications. What are the real world applications? Means there are numerous applications like include finance, healthcare, marketing. These things we have discussed previously. So now, what are the various challenges in data science? So can anyone share me the project means file, the Word file or a PDF file that you got?
Yes, sir.
Provide me. Just hold on. I'm just looking for that. Just a second. Infotact. Let me see. You sent me, I think. Mm, just hold on. Okay, data science documents. Machine learning data science documents. So, this is your first customer segment. Okay, trends.
Sir,
Okay. Just hold on, wait, please. Just I'm sharing it and I have to open it and today we'll discuss it fast. Okay. Because in the next class, today is Wednesday. On uh, Saturday or Sunday, we'll have one session for evaluation. Okay. So keep that in your mind.
Okay, sir.
Hmm. Just hold on. Stop sharing. Okay, we'll discuss what are the various challenges also we'll discuss. Just let me download that. And sorry, in the next week we'll continue with the K-means clustering that we will use in a project.
sir, for now we have to discuss about project or something else.
Yeah, we'll discuss the project. Okay.
Oh,
Have to discuss, right? Because there's no other way at left. Let me share it through my WhatsApp and I will download it and will share the screen. Just wait for it will take
can I see
10 more minutes. No. I'll share it.
project list?
Yes, I have the list. So just wait for 2 more minutes and we'll continue this class up to 8 5. Okay. First, let me complete this. In the meantime, downloading. Let me see my screen. Okay, now my screen is visible. Let me discuss this and we'll complete it, then we'll move forward. Okay,
Yes, sir.
it's visible. Right? It's visible. What are the various challenges in data science machine learning when I talk about? Then we can face the data privacy concern, means there should be maintained, and the data quality issues, complexities should be taken into consideration, ethical consideration you have to take on. Then after ethical consideration, it comes to future of data science and machine learning. My screen is visible, right? Uh,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yes, yes. The future of data science is promising because nowadays AI is more active and it's uh, promising and it's demanding nowadays. And career path, you can choose data analyst, data engineer, all those things that were discussed previously, learning resources that you need to follow for data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, deep learning. So you can see over here, this artificial intelligence, it is machine learning is a subset of this, deep learning is a subset of this, okay? And data science is a combining effect of deep learning, machine learning, and artificial intelligence. All the models we are using for that. Then this is all about this. I'll provide the PPT today. Don't worry about that. Now I'll go for the project discussion. So, hold on. Sorry, it will take so much time. So in the meantime, we'll discuss it.
Sir,
So
I have a
your
list. Can I share the screen, sir?
yes, you can share the screen actually.
Okay, sir.
Share it quick. Because it will take much time for me. Can you share the screen?
Yes, sir. Is it visible, sir?
Yes, now it's visible.
Which first?
Is it will take full screen mode so that fast project will discuss.
Yes, sir. This is the wait.
No, not then full screen mode actually.
Can I share it in full screen mode or like that?
Full screen mode will be better. Okay, okay, you can stop sharing. Okay, okay, okay. Now, oh, cool. Now I got it. I'll see this in the full screen mode. Okay. So this is a fast project that is your customer segmentation with various data sets. The data sets you will be using is your mall customer data, e-commerce customer data, or any customer data you have to collect. Okay. It's, if if you are not getting the data set properly, then use the e-commerce data that is data set. Yes, e-commerce dataset is available in Google, but try to modify the dataset. Okay. Yes, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Oh. And don't worry, I'll explain the project when time comes. Okay. In the meantime, I don't want to share you the code. Okay, so that you have to work on the project. I'll see what sort of codes you are using, what sorts of graph technique you are using, your what is the complexity of your model, how you're actually implementing it with the model. I want to see all of those things. Then it is a project that categorizes the means customer based on distinct groups to enhance the understanding of the behavior preference. Behavior means their purchasing behavior, their order history, their searching behavior, everything. Their means what common characteristics, common purchase behavior, all these things should be taken into consideration. And first begin with the data collection, then explore the EDA, that is exploratory data analysis. You can find the key patterns or the parameters by that. Then clustering algorithms you should use, that is k-means clustering. Okay, and to segment the cluster based on features, like you can use your what other clustering algorithms, like if you are finding it well, hierarchical clustering you can use. But if anyone is using k-means clustering and hierarchical clustering at the same time, you can show it to me. Okay, it should be better. You so can you do a comparison between hierarchical clustering and k-means clustering in this project?
Yes, sir.
Yes, do it then.
Okay, sir.
Everyone, Shaknik, Asrit, Darshan, Nagashatri, Tatapudi, all are okay with that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Do it like
Okay,
that.
sir. Okay, sir. I will try.
Yeah. So then,
Sir, I've done the
then
project with k-means clustering.
yes, k-means clustering you can apply, but try to visualize in both way. Okay, in
Sir, I've done the
hierarchical.
Silvo
Huh?
method. Sir, can I show you the result? Can I share the screen?
Just hold on. Let me discuss. You are
Okay,
means
okay.
you want to share your screen, means you will share. Just hold on.
Okay, sir.
Then you have to work on k-means clustering and hierarchical clustering to visualize them, to distinguish between the two cluster. Then the resulting segments are
Means,
validated
sir,
for business relevance.
means,
Just to hold. Yes.
okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. You can clearly visualize the things. You can means you have to visualize the purchase behavior. First of all, by EDA, you can find the important features. According to the features, compare between the various features. Then try to implement and try to visualize in a graph or better visually attractive. Okay, things. Getting it? How I'll
Means,
visualize
sir,
by
how many types
scatter
of
plot,
how
bar
many types
plot,
of
line plots. These
okay,
by
sir.
these type of plots you need to visualize the result. Then your main thing, clustering is important. How many types of cluster according to the what type you are clustering the things. This should be predefined. Okay, this should be there also. Then provide a better means what report. So I told you one there are four people in a group. So there must be a report that you will share along with me, that will show me when it comes to the evaluation. Then what are the features? You can use demographic analysis, purchasing patterns, behavioral insights. Means behavioral insights means their history, then product interest in the products, then their cards, how their search histories, all things. Then purchasing pattern, how they're searching the things and how they're purchasing. Then analyze the age ratio, means the ratio between their searching, their cart, whatever they have added, and whether they are purchasing or not. Then the male and female comparison should be there also. Okay, the cluster male and female comparison, how the female all things should be there. Then your financial impact means their annual income and their annual expenses to the platform. Then the loyalty metrics, those who are giving high returns, means means they're purchasing but they are returning the product. This should be there. And the market means market trends, like the safe technological adaptation. Then compare the, this is main, compare the customer preferences against competitors to predict the future trends. Means whatever they have sourced and what they have sourced and they can buy according to their previous orders. Okay, can you do that? This is
Yes, sir.
important. Means
Yes, sir.
yes, like that. This is all you can work on the project. So start working on,
Sir,
and we'll have
one problem, sir.
Yes, tell me.
Sir, in my group only I have been allocated 2 members, sir. So me and other person. So I request you to give one more or one two more persons to my group so that it will be easy for us to work.
It's not that easy to give you two person, okay? Because everyone is assigned. Those are not active. You can do. Okay, I can understand what are the things you can do. Please do. Else, I'll see what to do. Okay. Don't worry. You two continue your work. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Whatever is possible for you, please do that. Okay.
So we
I'll do
can
that,
perform
sir. Okay.
in a single also, sir. Na?
Means,
We can do it alone also, na, sir. Like,
yes. If your group members are not active, they are not doing the project, then you can work on. If your group members are there, then you have to work along with them.
okay,
Okay,
so
guys,
should
have
we have to
another.
report
Yes, yes.
or not?
You report should be there. Okay, you have to make a report.
Okay, sir.
Okay, okay. Let's wind up the class and we'll meet Saturday or Sunday. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you.
Okay.
Goodbye. Bye.